Hello, so today on this video, I'm going to go over how to make Hilton rate changes. So the way rates are set up in Hilton are based on different levels which are built out in R&I, which is this interface that we have right here. So first of all, I'm going to just sign in. And then down here in property, just make sure you have the right property ID selected. So I'm going to do for the Homewood Suites, which is FTWBF. So just type in your property ID, and then down here it's just prod. And then once you're in here, you can see the rates that you have set up by going to, where is it, rates, and then maintenance. And then here you can search for different rates. Oh, it looks like right now my property ID didn't go through, so I'm gonna have to go and change property. Sometimes it does that, and you just have to re-sign in. Okay, and then go back to rate maintenance. Okay, yeah, see now it's there. And so here you can look at the different rate levels. And so for this property, I have rates 0 through 8. Rates 6, 7, and 8 are all extended stay rates. So that's for long-term guests. And you don't really mess around with those at all. So that's just for if you have 7 nights or more. I think that's 6, LV6, and then LV7 is 14 nights or more, I think, and then LV8 is 30 plus. But so LV0 is going to be your highest rate level, and then LV5 is going to be the lowest one based on the ones that you're going to be using from day to day. So I'm just going to go to LV5, and then here you can hit search. And then up here you'll see all of the room types at the property. So it's kind of a hassle to change the LVs, but if you want to set a rate on a certain day when to a rate that isn't one of the LVs, if it's lower than LV5 or higher than LV0, you have to change that one. So say I wanted to change a certain Monday to 119 instead of 129. Right now, the lowest it can go if you just use the LVs that we have is 129. So I'm gonna have to come into R&I and set the rate on that Monday for LV5 to 119. And then when I'm doing that, I have to do it by room type. So because not all room types are priced the same, I have to find the ones that are priced the same and add them. So for this property, I know that KHWN and then all of the N's have the same rates. So I can add those, and then I can modify down here, and I can change the start and end date and change it to 119 if I want. I don't actually want to do that, but that's how I would if I wanted to. Here, I'll hit cancel. But after you do that, then you would hit save. But I'm just going to hit cancel. And then, so I'm just moving it down by 10, and that's the rate that I wanted to do. So then what I would do is I would go through the other ones in the groups. Not all of them have one. So I know the fireplace is the only one that is, that has that rate. So I would just add that one, modify, and lower the Monday down by $10. And so I would just go through all of those and do that. And that's how I change the date for an LV. Before you do that, though, you should make sure that the start date and end date is the date that you're trying to change is within that. So if it's not, say I'm trying to change a date in February, right now it just goes to the end of January. So I could hit next period here. And right now it looks like that's the only other period we have set up for the property. So this just means it goes until the end of time. So if I was trying to change something for just 1 week in February, here I can select those same rooms again, and you're gonna have to change the period for every single room type that you're changing individually. So if I go in here and hit modify, and instead of doing that, I wanna do, let's see, so it's from this Monday, I'm just gonna pull it until the Saturday. So wait, let me go ahead and see what that date was. So it's going to be 1/4 or 2/4. So I'll just type in 2/4/2017, And so that's just going to be for 1 week. And that way, if I make changes to one of these days, it only makes the change to that day instead of multiple Mondays. So that's how you change a rate in R&I. Now I'm going to show you how you change it in Grow. Let me push that up here. So here in Grow, once you sign in, up here you can select your property. So I would select the Homewood, which is FTWBF, just to make sure you're changing rates for the correct property. And then you go into Decisions and then Pricing Management. And that's where you can see what LVs each day is set to. Okay. Okay, so here you have the list of dates, and over here you have the rates. And so right now you can see it's set up so that you can change rates based on length of stay. So for people who are only going to stay one night, they're going to be charged the LV5 rate, which if you hover over it shows LV5 for that night is a 109. The lowest rate is a 109. And so actually for this day, it looks like almost every single length of stay is LV5, but if they're staying 6 or 7 nights, they're going to be charged a little bit less, or a little bit more actually. So if they're staying 6 or 7 nights, they're going to be charged 139. And so if you want to change it here, you can just click on the arrows and you can choose which LV it is. Unfortunately, it won't tell you what the LVs are priced at for this, but if you select a different LV and then, so say I select LV4, it won't change the rate when you hover over it, but after you save it. Once you save it, then it will reload all of the data, and so then I can hover over and it will show LV4 is priced at 139. So actually, I'm not going to do that, so I'll just put that back at an LV5. But yeah, so that's how you make changes. You can see if there was a restriction put on up here. You can see there's a key. The purple little key thing shows that there's a restriction put on. So all of these aren't restricted. They're just going to be priced at whatever Grow sets it at, which Grow does go in and override certain, or not overrides, but it will change the rates if you don't have overrides set. So that's why it's important to put these overrides on if there's an important date, because Grow might not necessarily think that there's the same demand in the market as you think there is. So yeah, that's all of the rate changes for Hilton. So good luck.